What's going on, Elites? It's the Elite Ace. That's right. I'm trying to be on the roll. I'm trying to push these video requests out. I'm trying to go. Listen, this video request is from Final Frontier 001 or 001. I completely didn't see this until he sent me a message again. You know, this because he let me know his request was in my comment section on my Devil May Cry 3 HD collection unboxing. And shame on me for not seeing it, because I check my inbox in my channel and Facebook stuff, all that yada yada. Normally, every day pretty much, you know, to read the feedback. You know, I gotta read what my followers say. He says, "Hey, I was wondering if you can make a video based on the lore and storyline of Devil May Cry, because Devil May Cry 2 makes no sense and I have not played 4 yet, so I'm confused. What is the story now?" Okay, first, Devil May Cry. I love the whole franchise. I love it. First time I seen it, my brother, he was in the military at the time. He came home on leave. He was stationed in Korea. He came home, and first on the way home, he was telling me about Devil May Cry. He said, "Have you ever heard of us? I seen screenshots, but never no gameplay, nothing like that." This is before I even had the internet, I believe. So that's when he was like, "Well, you know, I got it. I'm sure it's you." He loaded it up at some point in the game when it's the first time you fight that eagle who shoots that red energy. He was in that open field, and that's when those armored lizard knights came up out the ground. He jumped in the air and summoned the wings. He was shooting the lightning. Never seen nothing like it before. The camera angles, the music, the style. I'm sitting there, fell in love instantly. And the first thing I said was, "What's that part you was talking about?" He said the girl came in and she picked up the motorcycle and everything, and I fell in love with it. Now, eventually I got everything on Devil May Cry 1. Unlocked all the modes, the outfits, maxed out his life bars, Devil Trigger. It was ironic, I'm going through the process of doing that again for achievement sakes on the HD collection. But this is the thing. Part 2. A lot of people did not like Part 2. A lot. Even my brother, his reasons for, man, nah, I beat it real quick. I beat Part 2 real quick. Yes, Part 2 felt a little bit easier than Part 1. He was like, "Oh, you beat it already? Man, Part 1 was better." And I'm thinking, like, you know, he was the first one I heard say that. I'm like, okay, Part 1 is better because I'll beat it real quick. Like, that's your only argument? Like, that's your only debate? That's all you have? So, at the time, a little elite fact. I don't know if you knew, maybe I said in one of my other videos. I used to work at EB Games years ago, and that's back when they had their own magazine. You probably didn't know this. They had their own magazine called Edge Magazine. Yes, Electronic Boutique had their own magazine called Edge Magazine. It fell off. That's probably why you never heard about it. But on the thing, one of the issues, it said on there, Devil May Cry 2, it said, "Wait, read first before you buy this game." You know, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? So, the improvements I've seen in Devil May Cry 2, it continued on with the story. It wasn't no prequel, you know. I don't have nothing completely against prequels. It depends on what it is, you know. But 9 times out of 10, I want to see the story go forward. Let's see. It wasn't a prequel. I love the new animations as to when Dante shoots the guns. It's like he's popping them now. And I say pop, he's like, bah, bah, but like he's popping. That I think is cool. Then the way he double jumps, when he double jumps, then he comes down face first, he's just popping and popping and popping. I think that's cool. The way you can run on the side of the wall, run up the wall. And think about this for all the people who diss and downplay Devil May Cry 2. There are a lot of things, a lot of moves I figured out that was in that game. And there are things in that game that rolled over to Part 3 and 4. Yeah. For example, back when I worked at EB, this one guy had it, Devil May Cry 2, and I said I figured out a way to use the shotgun like nunchucks. I bet a lot of y'all thought on part 3 that was the first time y'all seen it, when y'all picked Gunslinger. That was the first time y'all seen him use the shotgun like nunchucks. He was like, how? What you have to do? This is what I did. You equip the shotgun. Oh, that's another thing. It implemented on-the-fly weapon changing. That was let's talk about that. That was one upgrade. That's one gameplay upgrade. When you swing, I believe when you hold R1 and hit triangle to swing, while you still hold the R1, you hit the shot button. I think with that one, you do it one time. Hit it, he does a cartwheel, bah, with the shotgun. You do it twice, and hit shot, that's when you go, bah, bah. You do it 3 times, hit it again, he turns around, bah, shoots like under his arm. Like the Gundam does on Gundam Federation vs. Xeon Armor, he just shoot behind him. I figured, I'm like, okay, I like how they did that. Let's see, they kept the fact that you get other guns. Yes, some feel wasn't as diverse. I know part 1 you get the needle gun when you go underwater, you get the grenade launcher, you get the shotgun, you get that arm cannon, and of course you have ebony eye, your default firearms. The power of the guns, like if you shoot them enough, especially those dual SMGs, it's like they lift up. Like, you know, you just shoot and you're just holding them in the air. I know it felt different when you're hitting the enemy, like the filler. I know it feels different. I know it does, but I will say this: the menu layout, like the shot menu, or when you go to your weapons and everything, I like that style better on part 1. I do. But you know, I just did some quick mini research on Devil May Cry 2, and you know, Devil May Cry 2 was it was done by a different studio, and it wasn't done by the same director. That's why it was different. And I just read, I did not know this after all these years. I just read most of the changes in Devil May Cry 2 were due to polls and surveys. So isn't that ironic and crazy that a lot of stuff people complained about in part 2, that's what they wanted changed from part 1. You know, that's they also wanted. Now, one thing that was also done by the hands of the developers, by just them, they said they wanted to make the world bigger. They wanted to, you know, tone down the puzzles. Because if you really think about Devil May Cry 1, damn near pretty much the whole game took place inside of a building, on an island. Yes, you're on the island on part 2, but this on part 1, you remain on the island. Because as soon as you start Devil May Cry 1 and you go in that building, the hole closes up. Boom, it closes. So damn near the whole game, you're inside of that building. The whole game, you're just inside of the building. Now, I'm not trying to say like that's a bad thing, because when I was playing the HD collection, man, I was playing Devil May Cry 1, and it was just a reminder all over again how much I love that whole series. I love part 2. The way you can also bust them backflips, the way he seems more agile, acrobatic, and he seems strong. Of course, this is the continuation. Yes, Dante, he does look older. Another thing I think people didn't really like was, I guess Dante didn't seem as talkative, or as, you know, cocky and what are you doing, you know, that kind of stuff. Maybe it didn't seem like that. Maybe since he's older, he's getting more mature. Maybe he's just feeling like, man, evil just always gonna be around. Like, damn, I don't know if he was starting to second guess himself. I mean, I doubt it. But also with the gameplay, let's see, switch weapons on the fly, bust backflips. Oh yeah, shooting in different directions. Part 3 didn't start that, by the way. Shooting different directions. Use the shotgun as nunchucks. Oh yeah, different combos in your devil trigger form. Now that was only a little bit different on Devil May Cry 1, because really Dante, he's at that 3-hit combo. That's it. But in your demon form, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But on this one, you do it right. You time it. You swing, do that half millisecond. He does one where he sticks his sword in the ground and hold on to it. Does like, bah, a drop kick from the sword. I thought that was cool. Another thing, I bet a lot of you didn't know this. On Devil May Cry 2, when your life is a smidget, I mean a smidget, and you go into devil trigger form, he goes into an ultimate demon form. Yes. Yes, if you didn't know that, test it out. If you have Devil May Cry 2 on PS2 or Devil May Cry HD collection, excuse me, test it out. I mean real big. He is giant. He has these blades that can retract out his arms real big. He shoot energy. He has the big four wings. It's like he achieves even a stronger form. But back to his original demon form. I don't know if, you know, people probably didn't like the fact that when he turns into a demon, his weapons are gone, you know, and he shoots energy out of his hand. That doesn't bother me. Yes, I swear Round Trip was not on there. This is also the thing that I think people really didn't like or understand. But I'm going to break down where Devil May Cry 2 made sense to me. This was pretty much, you know, what he does. And when I say that, Dante, he doesn't take regular Metal Gear as 007 type missions. We all know he deals with dynamic, paranormal, ghostly, that kind of thing, you know, because he's trying to kill Mondis. So, how many times have we seen him sitting in this shop, phone ring, Devil May Cry, you know, you have to say the password. You don't say the password, you hang up or make up some excuse like you said, sorry, closed at 9. So, and that's when he's like, again, no password. I don't see him getting any real business around here. But, what happened in the beginning of part 2? They show Lucia in the museum. And here comes those dynamic vultures. Here comes Dante in there. He's coming out head first. Pop, 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 pop. He lands. What does he say to her? You rang? Or, you know, you called? So this is what he does. Some will say, oh, well, this is a side story because it has nothing to do with Mundus. Nothing. Trish isn't even mentioned. Oh, that's nothing they did. They put Trish on there because they said the reason why they put Lucia also because people want to play as Trish. So when they put Lucia on there, like, okay, another character. Then you unlock Trish, you know. But I don't know if it was the environment. Yes, Devil May Cry 2 had a gloomy like kind of look, but I think it was less talkative, you know, and it was, you know, of course the environment is going to be different. That whole island he was on in part 1, it was gone, demolished. This is a whole other area, you know. To tell you the truth, my favorite Devil May Cries. Devil May Cry has to be 1 and 4. It really does. I mean, I love 3 also. Actually, I like them all, but I really like 4 because 4 it went back to the original team. It went back to the roots. They really did. Okay, but anyway, he helped out Lucia. He met this old lady named Mateer, which is Lucia's mother. She told Dante, you're Dante, you know, son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta. Anytime you say that, Dante, you just, you know, like, oh, man, how you know about that? What the hell? She said, I used to fight alongside your father at one point. She was like, you know, but can you help my village? Can you save my people? There's this man, I forget his name, start with an A. He's like an international businessman, you know, rich. You know, sold his soul, uses alchemy, demonic things. He's gonna try to take over the world slowly but surely. You know, he's starting with that village. You know, he's gonna slowly rule the world, thinking, you know, he can do it with this demonic power, demonic possession. This is the thing. Dante agreed because she said, I will tell you the story of your father. You know, how me and him fought alongside each other. If you help me, he said, okay, let me flip the coin. Heads I do it, tails I won't. You know, I think it landed on heads, but in the end it was a double-sided coin. It had the same size, so either way he'd have did it. Besides, he'd have had to. This dude, like I said, this man with the bleach thing. You know, this guy planned on destroying the world. He eventually it'll get crazy. He would have had to. But Dante thinking like, you never know. He probably thought, ooh, okay. he had a little connection with demons. He sold his soul. I wonder if this got to tie in with Mundus or the underworld. But, and that's why he went to do it. I mean, I've seen the anime, every episode, every episode of the whole series. And this is it. I think the roles should have been reversed of 1 and 2. And I know people think, huh? What you mean? This is what I believe. Part 1 ended with such a feel that it should have ended like in the sequels. I mean, look what happened. He finally got to Mundus. He defeated. He didn't kill him. He sent them back. That's when he told Dante, "I'll be back. You know, I'm gonna get." That's Dante. Yeah, give your girls to my son. You know, him and Trish fly off. You know, with the plane, and that's when she's like, "Yeah, you know." Yeah, that's when Dante was like, "You know, don't get too calm. Evil will return. Evil's always out there." She's like, "That's all right. When evil rises, you know, they have to face the legendary Dark Knight's son, you know, Dante, and his sidekick Trish." You know, she says something like that. And at the end, they show the upgraded shopper heads that says, "Devil never cry." And Trish picks up the phone. And you hear her say, "Devil never cry. Okay, where at? Okay, we'll be there." And then she hangs up, she tells Dante, they used the password. It was like, you know, let's do the thing. You know, they kick open the door. And I think Dante says something like, we handle this in 10 minutes. And she was like, 5. And, you know, that's when it goes off. I think he said something like more than enough. And, you know, it goes off. So then when part 2 comes out, it's thinking like, okay, who is the villain now? Did Mundus come back? Where's Dante's son? How much further in the future is it? I think those are the things that kind of gave a sour feeling to fans about part 2. Like, hold on. Because I think it should have been flipped. You should work the momentum and work up, you know, the hero taking down the main villain through the sequels. Because just think if the order would have went like this. Part 3 was out first. You know, of course, you know, that was the prequel. The main villain, of course, was Virgil. You're like, okay, took out Virgil. And then, of course, Virgil isn't dead. You take out Virgil, and then part 2 should have been part 1. Because, I mean, you're fighting some business guy, some evil, corrupted, possessor, someone who sold his soul to the underworld, some possessed business guy. You know, I think the further installment, you should have finally made your way to Mundus. So part 1 gave that conclusion, wrap up feel, and then the sequels come out. You know, part 2 was going, huh? So I think it was just more so story wise. People have to get used to the environments. Another thing I did like about part 2, how the enemies had life bars. I know the bosses did on part 1, but not the regular enemies. Part 4, okay. Nero. This is it. Oh, this is how the order goes. This is and the story lead for what you want to know. Final Frontier. The story right now left off at Devil May Cry 4. This is the order you should play it in: 3, 1, 4, and 2. It's 4 Devil May Cries. So 3, 1, 4, 2. That's the order you should play it in. 3 because it was first. Then 1 is after 3. 4 is after 1 and 3, but before part 2. But 2 is after all of them. I don't know if that confused you. So again, 3, 2, 4. No, 3, 1, 4, 2. Yeah. So I know for a fact that is Virgil's spear in Nero's arm. Too many signs point to it. Too many. There are a lot of questions within Devil May Cry 4. Like I said, new things to get introduced, open up more questions. Like, how did his arm get like that in the beginning? You know, from the get-go. And the reason why I know that is Virgil's arm. I mean, Virgil's spirit in his arm. Number one, the way it reacted to the Yamato, which is Sparta's sword, their father. You know, Dante's and Virgil's father. And when Nero was walking real slow, holding the Yamato, you know, keep in mind it was broken pieces. It came back together, and he was walking slow towards him. I think it was broken pieces. Anyway, he was walking slow towards that scientist guy. He was like the Mayuri of Devil May Cry series, And he was saying what Virgil said, power. I need more power, you know, give me more power. And he had that bluish silhouette. Who has blue energy in Devil May Cry? Who only uses the Yamato? You know? Who, I mean, it's a common sense thing. And why is Nero's hair white? Was it always white? I don't know. Maybe it turned white when when Virgil got into his arm. But either way, you know, I know they did their best to make Nero feel comfortable to Dante fans, you know, because, you know, white hair, kind of reckless and cocky. But yeah, that's my thing and take on it. So, Devil May Cry 5, not this new Devil May Cry. No, I will not buy that. I don't care if it ends up in a bargain bin. No, the Elite Ace will not own that game at all. I might just go on YouTube and look at the ending because they just, oh man. But anyway, Part 4, I really love because they brought back a lot of the classic enemies, the good feel. Like I said, it was the team of Part 1. Too bad the director, the guy who started Devil May Cry series, he's no longer with Capcom. I don't know if he got fired or quit. Nonetheless, he branched off, did his own thing, made Platinum Games, which, of course, did Bayonetta and Vanquish. I love both of those games. I own both of those games. Got all the achievements on Bayonetta. I think I'm like 2 or 3 achievements away from Vanquish. I love Vanquish. I love that universe. I hope they do a Part 2. I love it. But yeah, but if he was to do Devil May Cry 5, man, it'll be just phenomenal. If not, which I know he won't do Part 5, because like I said, he's not with Capcom anymore. I know the team, Part 4, they should do Part 5, because 4, I really enjoyed. Dante, he felt like that was a Dante, but the thing is about it, it's like, man, it was still in the back of my head that Part 4, all that was still before Part 2. So when you play Part 2, when you think about that, you gotta think, damn man, so Part 5 is probably again gonna be before Part 2. But just answering all the questions of what happened with everybody. Or maybe it's gonna be after Part 2. And it's just gonna answer questions leading up forward. Like, what happened to Nero? Why, you know, this and that? Trish wasn't, well, Trish was on Part 4, but I mean, I know it can get crazy, but that's what happens when you go this different kind of order in the story. You do prequels and this and that, and the creator leaves and this other development teams picks up all that crazy mess, man. But yeah, that's my whole take on it. But yeah, Final Frontier, I hope this has enlightened you more to the Devil May Cry series. You know, I love it. I hope you love it. For all of you all watching this, I hope you all like it. I hope this video request was to your liking. Again, for the ones who did not request this video, I hope you did like it. Don't worry, I'm still doing my best to push out more videos. What time is it? Yeah, still got time to do some more. I will push out some more. Don't think I forgot about you. This is the Elite Ace. I'm signing out.